Hello. Today we'll be talking about entrepreneurial competencies. In a study that was done, over 3,500 successful entrepreneurs worldwide, the study came up with the conclusion that most of these successful entrepreneurs have a set of competencies, have a set of qualities. And accordingly, they realized that the qualities, these 15 qualities, are not the same to all of these entrepreneurs. So let's go through these competencies and then we will discuss a little bit more on these competencies. First, they realized that most of these successful entrepreneurs have the qualities or competencies of taking initiative. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to start a business, you need to take the first step. You have to initiate this. Seize and act on opportunity. You identify a potential profit business idea and then you immediately act on it. Persistence. Entrepreneurs tend to have the persistence. We never take no for an answer. We keep on trying. We keep on trying in different ways. We try to see different options. Information seeking. For you to start any business, you need to have enough information on the technology that you will need, on the product that you want to sell, on the prices, on the competition. So this is a big information seeking exercise when it comes to starting a business. Concern for high quality of work. Remember, at the end of the day, an entrepreneur is the one individual who's developing this business. So accordingly, he needs to be very effective and efficient in utilizing his time and his money. So this is why he requires the utmost high quality level of work. Commitment to work contract. Because I'm a new startup, because I'm a new entrepreneur, I need to build my reputation. And I cannot make mistakes, especially with my new clients. So accordingly, entrepreneurs tend to be very clear and very committed to their requirements without failing any of the business. Efficiency orientation. You need to be efficient, you need to be effective in spending money, in delivering to these businesses or to the suppliers or to your customers. Systematic planning. Without a clear systematic plan, you cannot develop a business, you cannot know where you are going. And this is part of what we call the business plan. Problem solving. Establishing your business, and in life, everything is a problem solving exercise. You will have a problem with your supplier, you will have a problem with your bank, you will have a problem with the legal requirements. Every single day of the life of an entrepreneur is problem solving and trying to solve these problems in the most effective and efficient way possible. Self-confidence. If you don't have that self-confidence in you, you will not have the confidence to start a business and to take the initiative and to identify the opportunity. So self-confidence is something that with the success of the business, with the success of the entrepreneur, self-confidence grows much bigger in the entrepreneur himself. Assertiveness. We do not accept mistakes. We are very clear with what we want. We are very clear with our staff. We are very clear with our customers. Persuasion. And this is a very strong tool that will help us in the problem-solving mechanism, because you need to convince the people, you need to persuade the people to support you so that you get what you are looking for. Use of influence strategies. This is another way that entrepreneurs use to do problem solving. How can I influence the decision of the bank to get the loan? How can I influence this customer to buy my product and not from my competitor? Monitoring. You need an entrepreneur, or a successful entrepreneur needs to be able to monitor his business. Ensure that the business is going along the same lines of the business plan, monitoring the operations, monitoring the staff, monitoring the products, monitoring the competitors. So there's a lot of monitoring that has to be done by an entrepreneur. Concern for employee welfare is one of the strong competencies of entrepreneurs, because at the end of the day, the entrepreneur has not doesn't have too much money to pay high salaries. So accordingly, with the minimal amounts of salaries that he pays, he tries to keep the commitment of his staff. And we have noticed through our experience in entrepreneurship for the past 15, 20 years that entrepreneurs become friends with their employees, especially in the early stages of developing the business, because they want to feel the friendship, the camaraderie between the entrepreneur himself and his employees. I will go a little bit more detail into each of these competencies. Initiative, as we said, takes action that go beyond job requirements or the demand of the situation. So the entrepreneur takes the initiative, takes the step further, does things before being asked. He does not wait for others to help him, he will try to help himself, and he acts on how he can develop the business further, to grow the products, to grow the services, before he reaches the stage where competition takes over his market. Sees and acts on opportunities, looks and takes action as appropriate, and at the same time looks at business, education, and personal growth. How can this business grow? What are the tools that I need to develop myself as an entrepreneur and to be able to grow with this business and grow as an entrepreneur and grow as a business? Sees unusual opportunities to obtain financing, equipment. These things are things that the entrepreneur will develop as he grows and as he proceeds and expands into his business. Persistence, we talked about that. Never take no for an answer. He will not take or not accept any obstacle. He will always try to overcome these challenges that face him. Information seeking, as we said, you need to research the business idea, you need to research the market, you need to research the legal requirements, the banking requirements, the competition, and all of these items. Concern for high quality. Everything has to be the best. Everything has to be top notch. He's investing his time, he's investing his name, he's investing his reputation. So accordingly, everything has to be very well done so that you can start as an entrepreneur to build this relationship with your potential clients and customers. Efficiency work looks or finds ways to do things faster at a lesser cost. He will try to save as much money as possible. He wants to pay $1 for a service that is worth $1.50 or $2. So accordingly, entrepreneurs are a little bit picky on financial issues and how to manage money. Systematic planning. Systematic planning starts with the initial step of starting to develop a business plan. We need to know, the entrepreneur needs to know, where is he going, how is he reaching there, and what are the requirements to reach that target. So accordingly, for them, systematic planning becomes a priority, and they start developing their own business plans and plans of growth and expansion. Commitment to work contract. He will do all he can to really commit to that contract, to keep that good reputation, to keep that, and start building his name within the market. Self-confidence, has a strong belief in self and own abilities. Entrepreneurs believe in themselves, and accordingly they take the initiative and they take the first step to developing their own business. Sticks with own judgment in the face of opposition or early lack of success. Yes, sometimes entrepreneurs, when they early start the business, they start to have some kind of fear on the success. Will it work? Will it not work? But usually the self-confidence of the entrepreneur, and with the support of the business counselors, they will help him overcome that obstacle and to push him further, to develop further, and to expand. Assertiveness. Confronts problems with others directly. There's no messing around. I need this license, I need this financing, I need to establish this contact with this customer, so there is no playing around. Entrepreneurs are very upfront with their requirements, and this is why entrepreneurs tend to be very assertive. Persuasion, he will pursue everything he needs for the success of this business. So accordingly, he needs to develop this relationship with people who have the influence to get him what he requires. He will try to build a relationship with the financial institutions to persuade them to give him the financing. He will try to establish linkages with his customers, meeting with his customers, knowing what are their requirements, so that he persuades them to buy his own product as buying from his competitor. Use of influence strategies, yes, that's a very powerful tool for entrepreneurs. Useful influence people as agents to accomplish his own objective. How can I create an interest for the bank to finance me? Why would I create, how can I create an interest at the customer to buy my own product? What are the positive points of my product as compared to the competitor? Monitoring, he will monitor his business, he will monitor himself, he will monitor his staff, he will monitor his competitors, and he will monitor the whole system. So it is very important for an entrepreneur, the moment he starts establishing the business, to start developing mechanisms of monitoring. Monitoring the sales. Why did the sales go down this month? We need to assess that. Everything is a cause and effect. So we need to know, why did the sales drop? What are the requirements to overcome the sale drop? So monitoring will help you identify from an early stage what are the loopholes in your business and what are the red flags operating within your business. These 15 competencies are very relative, and the theory says that each individual in the world has these competencies, and they vary from one person to another. What we try to do, you can quantify these competencies, and we utilize something called the self-rating questionnaire, which is part of this presentation. So if you would like to know your entrepreneurial competencies and see where are your weak points and strong points within the entrepreneurial competencies, please go ahead and do the self-rating questionnaire. With this, we conclude our presentation on entrepreneurial competencies.